That's when you know it's a chaffo mic.
The caps are floating around.
I just used one of these, bro. This is a beast right there.
Yeah. Fuck you, bro.
Yeah, dynamic. Yeah.
Which one?
Which one?
Yeah,
Which one?
Get that one.
This one?
Yeah, that one's beast.
It's a shirt or what?
Nah, it's not a shirt. It's a PreSonus.
Oh yeah, those are good, bro.
Those are still nice.
Yeah, those are really nice.
Oh, man.
Those are more.
Gated.
Cheap. It's cheaper than the shirt. I think it's like 150, 200 bucks.
Testing.
It's a dynamic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a
dynamic.
dynamic.
You have to kick.
Which one is it?
You gonna fucking have to clip that bit.
Testing.
Yeah.
Testing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, bro.
Shit be using the
Wait,
good
bro.
shit, bro.
I have two of them, bro. I'm telling you, I should have brought them.
Fuck, bro. How much are these, bro?
I'm telling you, 150.
Oh.
Maybe like 30 bucks for the fucking.
150 down.
I'm gonna finesse and put it right here. Looks like I'm actually talking to
Yeah, there
someone.
you
know
go.
what?
Clip it on the mic.
Yeah.
Just clip it on the.
On this part.
Yeah, right there. Yes, so.
Yeah.
Damn,
bro. Innovative.
All right, guys. What's up, guys? Daniel from China Studio Production. Been wanting to do this episode on production, and I'm very grateful that Skin is here, Quest Black, Matt M, Albert. This is gonna be volume 1. We are gonna do more of them, so we're gonna keep it short and simple. I guess we can start with, how did y'all start recording? Whoever wants to jump.
Let's start with the older cats.
Oh wow.
Yeah, man. Yo, hey, these guys tape recorded.
Four
I
track.
want to hear the
Four track,
bro.
bro.
You
Four
know what I'm
track.
saying? Like, I want to hear the story. Let's go. How'd you start?
How did I start?
Yeah, how'd you start?
To
The
be
VHS.
honest,
Like recording.
VHS. No, I started. To be honest, the PlayStation 2 generator, bro.
Yeah.
What
That's
the
crazy.
fuck?
That's where I started.
Wow.
And then it went from that to the Tascam, the Tascam,
Tascam? Yeah.
and then that's when Mecca introduced me to the fucking computer software and shit.
Damn.
Yep,
Fire.
That's crazy.
it's been a long
Hell
way coming,
yeah.
bro.
Hell
I
yeah.
learned a lot of
Go
shit
out.
though. I
That's
learned a lot
cool.
of shit.
Yeah, like that. The old school shit really teaches you, especially like, well, more in the live aspect when you're doing live shit. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of that's
So I ain't
analog.
doing it no more. You all are doing it. Shit,
Hell
I'm just
yeah.
sitting back, fucking
I'm just
making my little moves and
Straight
shit,
up.
man.
Bro, when I started, we connected to a mixer, and then the mixer was USB, and I would just, you know how you can record like on a computer, it has like the one track. I would just blend my iPod and the vocals.
Shit,
and
I would
mix
do
it
that shit
to
too,
one.
bro.
I would just
No
mix it to
fucking lie.
one,
Wow.
I would do that.
and that was it. Just one mix, and that was it.
The
like
one track.
super
That's a
hood.
trip, bro.
What about you, Skinny?
Got it when I got into it. I was like 14, and it was like mixed craft. So
Oh,
I started
yeah,
in
hell
a
yeah.
digital age. I wasn't
Yeah,
analog.
no, hell yeah.
I
That's-
couldn't. Everything was USB mics and everything, desktop, laptop, or speakers and everything was all cheap equipment,
Yeah.
especially being 14. And saving up to get like $100 USB mic. Me and a homie saved up and got a mic. And once we got it, we were just recording like crazy. But
Like a
yeah,
Samsung or what?
it was a M Audio USB mic. I still have it. No way, not the one, the original one. Got caught in the fire, so I lost that one. But I had to buy like a replica or like another one to keep recording.
Yeah.
But I still have that one. But yeah, after that, once I got like an actual mixer and everything, I just been doing everything legit now.
That's what's up.
What about you, Albert?
I really actually started also like on the digital age, so I really don't have that much long, but yeah, I pretty much started already out with the computer. I started with the M Audio,
Yeah.
and then I upgraded to like a Focusrite, the Focusrite studio package and
Yeah.
everything. You know, the one that everybody red flags a lot.
Yeah.
You know, that one, that specific one. You know, but then yeah, like that's when I went from there, based on the production as far as that, because I really don't have that much time. So I'm
Yeah.
pretty fresh.
And you, Tiny?
I started with I think it was like the Tascam they had, but mine was a
Yeah.
Fosstick. it was an 8-track, and they would use those fucking big ass compact flash cards.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, not that. I was using the fucking the cassette, bro.
He's like,
I had the cassette.
Actual tape.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Do y'all still remember your first recording, like your very first one?
yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
They tried- I thought it was sounded badass, but yeah, once I like,
Yeah,
now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, nah, that shit was trash.
the first track you do, you go hard and shit.
Yeah, you
dude.
do.
You show it to everybody.
Yeah.
And everybody, yeah, it sounds bad.
And then now, and you look back, you're like, fuck, dude, what the fuck was I thinking?
It's like, how can I
was
delete
cringe.
this? How can I delete this from the internet? Right?
Bro, so I think it's a good question, bro. So like, as you get better as a beat maker, producer, you have your own arsenal, and you have your own personal like sample pack. How do y'all feel about sharing your personal sample pack with other beat makers? Do you do that, or you're like, fuck you, like find
Nah,
your own
yeah.
shit?
Nah, yeah, bro. When like personal, I don't really show people, bro.
He was talking about that right now, about the whole it's old school, bro, because it's your arsenal and shit.
Like,
I mean, that's what it is.
yeah, bro.
But like, if you really look at it, it's like, okay, like another person can have what you have, but it all depends.
How you make it?
The mono that's controlling.
But
it,
if
bro.
it's like
Yeah.
knowledge, yeah, bro, give it on, pass it on. Don't hold that back, like,
Yeah.
because everybody's gonna do something different with what you taught them, But as far as samples, like, nah,
that's just different.
that's different, bro.
Yeah.
That stays in the vault,
I guess it just depends. Like I'm kind of like a blend in between both. Like how Quest
Yeah.
was saying, then you. I guess it's just, I don't know.
Yeah,
bro?
I guess you're right.
Well, when it comes to sample packs that I get off the internet, I don't care. I'll just say I got this, whatever. But I have like a lot, so it's hard to even. I think I even tried showing you one time. It was just way too much to even show one person. So
But
like,
you don't have like,
I have like a couple that like I use, but that's just like one shots and shit. When it comes to samples, like I don't even mind like sharing the name, but because it's like he said, like the way I think is gonna be different how he thinks.
Yeah.
So I might
Yeah.
flip a different part or
it's gonna be
different.
Yeah.
And so it's
for
never
sure.
gonna be the same. So like in a sense, I don't mind sharing that knowledge as far as like what sounds I got and what I use, because I might even mix it to sound different, or I might layer it up to make the snare sound different. You know what
Speed
I'm
up
saying?
the
So
pitch and stuff like
all
that.
that stuff.
Yeah.
So whatever I have, it's not, it's just all a tool. So I don't mind giving it to
That's
people
what's
or
up.
even like sharing knowledge. But as far as like samples I mean, like I said, I don't mind sharing sample names and like what I did. But some things like
Nah, yeah.
if
you
I'm
just,
really like, nah, I'm gonna keep that to myself.
Yeah,
Certain,
bro.
certain things, yes, but majority like knowledge and like other sounds, yeah, pass it
For
up.
sure.
Yeah, bro, I'm the same way on that. So guys, is production an expensive hobby or art?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
It fucking is.
Yes.
I'll tell you that straight up.
Every day, yes.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
have to be
yeah, it
willing
is.
to invest.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Do y'all like have a bad habit of like, fuck, I want to get something new like all the time? Or
Nah, not anymore.
no,
Not anymore.
come down.
I kind of cut that too. Like I started like, I mean, I cut it down to now what I need compared to what I want.
Yeah, straight
Because
up.
honestly, yeah, it's like, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Danny's a want guy, bro.
Saco uno, saco uno, saco uno.
I'm a hoarder, bro. Like
My boy Danny
Yeah,
want.
bro, your whole room.
Fa-
Your
Yeah.
whole room has shit, bro.
Facebook,
Hey, bro,
Facebook
you-
knows. Facebook
Yeah.
knows.
You're
man.
the junk room fool, like
Right.
for real, for real.
I'm always at pawn shops, bro. I just like, and I fucking barter with the people at the pawn shop. I'm like, how much is that? And they're like, this much. I'm like, well, it's been here for like a year and a half, like, and they'll lower it.
Yeah.
I remember buying a preamp. It was a Personas online. It's like $400 or $500. So they had it for like 180, and they brought it down to like
Where's this at?
70. I have it
Yeah,
there, but
where's it at?
I
I need the.
I have it, but it fucked up on me, bro. So I'm just like, fuck
But you
it.
still have it?
Yeah.
Now fucking get rid of it.
Nah, bro.
Oh,
I'm gonna pile up everything, bro.
It's just there
Man,
for show.
it'll be longer than the beanstalk, bro. Like,
Yeah.
fuck that.
At least throw it on the wall, make it wall art, you know?
So if Santa Claus told you, like, what do you want for Christmas? What would y'all?
Oh, shit.
I would want a microphone, a preamp, probably like the is it the Scarlet one, the blue one? No, the Focusrite
No,
one.
the Focusrite
The
is the
Focusrite.
red one.
There's a blue scar.
But there's a blue preamp.
There is there?
Yeah,
The fuck?
it's the one that's.
You too. I'm like, so fuck.
No, I think I know what
Is
you're
that
talking
the
about.
Scar
like an
change.
API one? Because the APIs are
Probably.
blue.
It's a single preamp, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I know what
I
you're talking
want that one. What about y'all?
I would say a preamp too.
I'll buy an
Like,
Avalon
for sure.
Avalon preamp.
I'll get a compressor. I'm real into like printing compression and compressing a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Like I'll switch the shit out of dynamics quick. Like,
I'm in the middle because I want hardware gear, but at the same time, I feel like since the way everything is now, software wise, like you don't need it.
Yeah.
I really would like it, but it's not needed. And I will for sure. I want like that virtual mic system because that's one thing I want to like toy with is to have like multiple mics while only having one mic.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I've
saying?
seen that.
That's the only thing I really like want. Everything else is like, it's cool, but do I need it? No. Do I want it? Yeah, it's cool, but nah. Especially like my room is like kind of like this, so like there's not a lot of room to be adding stuff. So if I want to add a rack, I'm gonna have to take something out or even take my bed out because I'm just not gonna have no fucking space. So if I really wanted something, it would probably be that VMS mic system.
That's cool,
Nice,
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I seen that. I mean, you know how the ads get you once you've been.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that in the ads, and I was like, that's cool, like a concept.
That's
But it
fucking
just
weird, bro.
changes the preamp, right?
It
Or
changes
entire
the
microphone.
characteristics of the mic. So it's at first it's a flat mic, but when you add whatever, it changes the harmonics and saturation to that.
to that mic
So,
specifically.
Yeah.
So it's like it's like a specific
Well,
microphone.
it does it through
It
the.
emulates a specific
Yeah,
microphone.
it emulates a bunch, but I guess it's through the preamp because you wouldn't be able to. I mean, you could use that plugin. It's a plugin, so you do it on the software. But what I've learned, or whatever they say, like you need to do it to the fucking preamp. But some people don't even like use it because they use like a regular mic, like a fucking Shure, and they might throw that on just to see how it sounds, and it might give it a unique characteristic, and they'll run with it. So I guess it all depends on how you want to
But
use
it
it.
comes with a preamp.
No, the preamp and the mic are fucking.
They're separate.
Yeah, that's
That
the
sounds
thing.
like I think what brand is it? Lewitt, I think they actually
Oh,
have
the
that.
Lewitt,
They have
yeah,
a
the
microphone,
Lewitt's
and then they
different.
have like an actual.
Oh, bro,
like a
I seen
preamp,
that
yeah.
shit.
And
Yeah.
you
They
can
got the
pretty
little
much change-
fuses?
Yeah, the fuses. Like
Yeah.
you could change it to like
Yeah, I
maybe
seen that.
worm 2 or anything like
I
that.
want to get a Lewin
That's
mic
badass.
with that. The fucking VMS, like, nah. The whole package is like $1,000, pretty much. The mic and the fucking thing.
That's what crazy.
Is that the mic that emulates other
Yeah,
hardware
classic
mics?
mics. Yeah,
There's
it
Townsend
could.
too,
It
that also
could.
does that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's y'all's take on like hardware versus software on plugins? Like, do you think
Damn, we're gonna trigger someone today. Someone's gonna
Yeah.
get triggered.
like do you think software's already enough to compensate hardware stuff, or like from
It's
y'all's
just-
experience?
It's
For
just
sure, I think so.
convenient, bro.
Yeah, it's more convenient,
It's just
especially if you're on the go.
convenient.
It's very convenient, but when it comes to like characteristics, me personally, it's all like I hear an Avalon already like because the Apollo has like a little technology that has unison, so it pretty much like how Skinny says it emulates the preamp, right? I mean, digitally, the software and everything has gotten to a level that pretty much reaches it already. When compared to a hardware, when you actually hear the hardware, like you hear very good difference. Well, me personally, I hear very
No,
nice difference.
it's different.
Like,
Yeah, it's because everything's being run through a circuit instead of ones and zeros.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the fucking algorithm that whatever software you're using. Software definitely, like I said, is convenient because if you're on the go or if you just can't afford that type of shit. You can't
Right.
afford a $3,000
Yeah.
compressor.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
buy a $150 one on fucking UAD or
digital
whatever the
version.
fuck, you know what I'm saying? But if you got the money and you know what you're
Give me
doing.
the software, Danny.
Right.
Yeah, just get the software.
Give me the software.
Just send it to me, Daniel.
Yeah.
Send it to
Send it to me, Danny.
I don't know what y'all talking about. Guys, so what's y'all's take on reverb? Where do y'all apply it to? Do you have a specific VST third party, or do you like what's on your
Stock.
Stock.
me, I'm a huge fan of Pro R reverb, that Fat Filter.
Nice.
That thing is just very versatile. It has, like I'm able to like apply that shit on anything, and I'll be able to like come up with a very good
I've
sound.
been touching that one a little bit here.
Yeah,
and there.
it's very nice. You know.
I tried it. That fad filter once with the Mac Mini. I tried it out. It's really
Good.
good.
Yeah.
You Matt?
I got like 3 different plugins, but like I just
You
I
like
kind
that CLA too?
I-
That CLA.
that's it, but that's a compressor. I like
Yeah.
that one. Oh, I know what you're talking about. There's another one called no, it's not CLA.
It's a Manny Verb or some shit.
H reverb.
I think it's part of that same company.
the Manny Marroquin.
Yeah, Manny Verb or some shit. 'Cause I hear people use that one a lot.
Yeah, I play with.
Yeah,
There's
that
3
one's
different ones that I play with, but like, yeah, bro, it kind of just depends. I use them mainly on vocals, a little guitar, but like, I don't put too much because I feel like that kills a lot of things. like people drown their beats out.
Yeah.
That too, but I don't know if it's gonna sound weird, but it depends on the voice.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know why. It
You're
just
right.
depends on the voice. That would, when it comes to reverb, like.
So on the reverb, do y'all cut like the low end or the high end, or how do y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah, I cut the lows for sure.
I mean, since most EQs have reverbs have like a built-in EQ, I'll EQ it from there, but I still add another EQ after it to really filter out how I want to do it.
That's what's up.
But sometimes I'll use like the stock reverb on Logic, because that one's really good at reverb.
Logic's
I'll
fire,
use
bro.
Valhalla. Nobody can sleep on Valhalla. Valhalla's a fire ass fucking reverb, no matter how you want to use it. I use Altiverb sometimes, but that really depends on like the sound I'm trying to use or create, because Altiverb is a really crazy ass plugin to understand, because it emulates the actual sound of wherever you're trying to. If you want
Like
it to
the
sound like
rooms.
this room or a theater, then it can emulate that, but that's a expensive plugin to even get your hands on. But there's a new fucking reverb called Crystallizer I've been like really playing with. I like the UI and it's really clean. There's another there's a few like analog reverbs I like using, like chambers or plates, whatever, but I've been using those three: the stock reverb on Logic, fucking Valhalla, or Crystallizer.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And you apply reverb to every track, or you just do it?
Well, it depends on one. Like if I'm just mixing vocals, then I'll have one reverb and I have all the buses going into that reverb, and I might have like the input on like the lead might be less, on the send, and the ad-libs might have it more instead of having. And sometimes I put on the insert, because if I want one vocal to have that fucking drowned out sound, then I put it. But if it's like the whole thing, then I'll have all of them there and dial in the inputs. And have it like that.
Yeah, it took me a long time to figure that out, because I was applying every plugin to every single.
Yeah, I did that in the beginning.
I
Once
was
I
doing
learned
that.
about oxes and buses, I'm like, bro, this saved my fucking life, bro.
Stupid.
You motherfuckers already lost me.
Sorry.
Bro, like,
Let's go back to the 8-track.
Shit.
The cassette.
With the slider EQ.
It worked for me, goddammit.
Nah, yeah, that's a big CPU change, like
Yeah.
Bro.
Save.
changer.
Every
Yeah,
reverb
save.
takes up a ton of fucking CPU, bro.
Yeah, Valhalla does a good job. I
It
think.
does a good job?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't really, because you could really use a lot, and it doesn't fucking take up that much.
I know UAD reverb does a very good job. It doesn't take that much like stuff and everything,
But you have the Apollo, right? So your Apollo's being run
the
like
DSP.
that's
Yeah,
badass.
yeah, it's
So
taking
it
up a
helps
lot.
out.
How is that going for you for that the
For
Apollo?
the Apollo is very convenient, especially if you're like how I say, like if you're not then again the fucking Apollo's expensive, bro. You know,
Yeah,
so
but it's worth it because
it's
it has a
worth it.
processor in it. That's
Yeah,
what people don't
dude.
understand. Like, it has a processor. That's what's taking the workload off from the computer.
Yeah.
So if you don't understand, I had a homie who bought one and he spent, you know what I'm saying, the full price. And I'm like, bro, you're not even using how it's supposed to be used. You're just using it just to record through. And once I taught him how to use it, he was like, bro, like, what the fuck? I'm like, bro.
free up all
That's gonna be me right there.
free up all
Bro,
this
you
RAM
should have
on
just
your
stuck with the
computer.
fucking
I
Scarlett.
never even knew
So
about
it's zero
using something
latency?
like that.
Zero latency.
latency.
You could fucking process your everything through there,
Wow.
and you could you could use those plugins on the actual software. But then that's when it's gonna be taxing on your CPU.
And
actually.
that's what Billy Young has. Remember we talked about it?
Yeah.
That's what he runs. I was
Yeah,
like,
that's how I run my shit too. That's just so fucking convenient.
Yeah,
bro.
because I try using those plugins on other interfaces, and you need a fucking
Apollo.
Apollo.
Nah, that's what
You
it's
with these
for.
stingy, bro. They ain't letting
Like,
it.
you mother.
That's what
Nah,
they
but they
have,
just
bro.
actually just released. They're not. They just got like UAD Spark. So now there's certain plugins that are now native. So you could actually like use them based on your CPU only. So it's helping take off some workload from the Apollo.
Have you
so.
tried Waves or no?
Yeah. I
So
tried Waves.
between UA,
Fucking love waves.
okay.
yeah, that's my
I love
shit.
Waves.
honestly.
Yeah.
So there's Slide Digital, there's UAV, right?
UAD, Slay Digital Waves,
Fat filter.
Filter, fucking M something. I don't know. There's too many to even name,
Yeah,
but
there's a lot.
there's a
man,
lot,
for
bro.
sure.
I have some because the way I save my shit, I save it by like the brand or company name of the thing, and there's just too fucking much to even remember.
All right, guys. So delay. What about delay? What do y'all?
Waves.
Favorite.
H delay.
Yeah, I use different ones, but that's like my favorite on like my
That's
template.
babe right there.
I use this one, man, dude, I'm not fucking good with names. I just kind of go to them. But I use this one where it allows me to change the tempo, how far on the width, and then it allows me to how, like, on a 2 beat or a 4 beat.
Is it Waves?
The Maserati X1.
Damn, I'm not sure. I'm gonna look it up.
It's because there's one on Waves like a 2-tap or 6-tap, and you have like each one, and you could like this one would be a 4 beat.
It might be a 2-tap.
Yeah, it's just a 2-tap or a 6-tap. It just how many delays you want.
Yeah.
And shit. I use that one sometimes too.
Isn't that
pretty
like a
badass.
doubler?
Huh?
Isn't that the doubler one?
No,
right,
the
that's
doubler is
not-
just a widener.
Yeah,
effect.
I like to make them bounce sometimes.
Oh, okay.
You know, but on a different count. Like, you know, like this will be faster than the other one.
Yeah,
and
one
this
would be
is
like at 2, and one would be at 4 or 8,
yeah.
and yeah.
And then you can extend like the feedback on
It's more-
how you want
yeah,
it.
it's a 6-tap one. I know what you're talking
It's
about.
fucking
Yeah.
badass, bro. I
That
like
one's more
that.
like more precise because the HLA is like you just put it on and it goes on
Yeah,
its
yeah,
own.
it
This
goes-
one, you like if you want to delay on this timing, you
Yeah.
could put it.
But
you know
the
what I'm saying?
tempo has to be set.
Yeah.
You know, because if the tempo's off, like
Yeah,
And what's the
doesn't match.
percentage that y'all usually apply it on the vocals?
it depends.
Yeah, it depends,
yeah.
bro.
It depends a lot on the song and the vocal and what I'm trying
Yeah,
to go for.
I don't like to do it too much, but sometimes like artists they'll leave a lot of gap in between like
Yeah.
like in their verse or
Yeah.
whatever how they're saying
The
it.
space.
So like if I could fill that void with that, and then I'll kind of drown it out with like you know, add a little distortion, and I'll take out all the low end, and it just gives it like a different, you know, like background feel.
So it could be more full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this
far
one's
as
a
lyrics go.
little bit juicy, guys. So, expectations from an artist, do's and don'ts.
Oh shit.
Just know your
I'll be-
shit,
nah,
right?
Don't be whack.
Don't be
I'm not
whack.
gonna say nothing. I'm
Damn.
gonna stay quiet.
Just know your shit at
Yeah.
least, you know, like don't go in there not having your verse at least memorized, you know, like
Come prepared.
for sure that's the
Come prepared.
word.
I mean, it would help if you come prepared. Like,
sure.
For sure. it would
Especially if
help
you're
out.
paying per
But-
hour.
Wow.
Yeah,
but-
If you're
dude,
paying per hour, you
it
better
just-
pay
Yeah.
her shit.
Albert looked into the camera when he
Yeah,
said
just
But I'm
like, hey,
tired of
but,
y'all,
but then
tired y'all
again,
motherfuckers telling my crib.
then again, like you don't like as producers, our job is to like help you come out with something right there. So our job is to guide you. So, with that being said, like if you could come prepared, that would be
Yeah.
great, and you have your song already out written. But let's just say that you come in with the verse and just the chorus, and then you don't really have that much
Yeah.
else, or you have some like
Trying
something
to-
that has nothing to
a
do with
writing
it.
session.
Yeah,
right?
so then
Like,
it will completely turn to a writing session, and that's fine. That's our job to go ahead and like be there and guide you and help you and everything to help you with everything. But you're paying by the hour.
yeah,
so,
dude.
you
Like,
get me? Like
Fact.
it's,
Best be prepared.
fastest artist that you've recorded, like that knows their shit and just boom, in and out.
Mackenzie,
Amari.
Ooh, Mackenzie.
Mike 11.
Damn, I would have to say J-Bo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've yet to work with him.
What? Whoa!
That
I
got
got to
bad.
record Matt on one fucking take.
yeah,
remember?
I think I'm pretty fast because I memorized my shit. You know.
I
He
can't-
took his preamp to the house, and I was like, "What the fuck, bro? That was just one fucking take."
Yeah. And then we did that.
Yeah,
but I-
J-Bo
you know,
came to the house. I'm like, hey, you ready, bro? Yeah, bro, just play the track, record it. Like, all right. They're like, all right, play it again. Play it again. Got it there. I'll see you later, bro. I'm like, okay.
Damn,
That's
that's-
what's up, bro. Like, shit, yeah.
trying to think because I recorded.
Wha-
it.
One
I
one
know a
advice I
couple
want to give the artists, because I feel like, I mean, you guys, we all fucking see it when people beef and stuff, and I kind of feel like some artists like they start drama because I feel like they're not getting
I'm just
Why
kidding.
you looking
bro.
at me?
No.
Look at their.
They're not getting the results
I'm
that
not saying
they
shit.
want. But I think the biggest issue with that, like sometimes it's not your music, sometimes it's the way you market your shit out there. You know what I mean? So, like the goal is not to like be loved in your hometown. Like the goal is just to find your own fucking crowd. Like, and by doing that is get on Facebook, make a page, and do a boost once a week. Like, if you got money to go out and fucking drink, like put $5 to $10 a week and like promote your songs and like different zip codes,
Invest.
and then you'll
Yeah.
find your crowd. You know what I mean? Like you just gotta invest on the marketing side. You know, like that's my opinion on
No,
that.
yeah,
you know,
for sure, bro. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Like,
like,
it
at,
takes
the end of the, at the end of the day, bro, like you're not always going to be everybody's cup of tea, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, just keep on fucking going.
That's one
bro.
thing an artist like needs to understand. It's like not everybody's gonna like you, and if you go into it with the intention like trying to get everybody like you and please everybody, you're just
Yeah,
gonna
bro,
fuck yourself up.
You're
One thing I wanted to say, going back onto like the do's and don'ts with the artist working with the producer, especially if you're working with somebody who knows what they're doing and been doing it for a long time. I would say like don't be closed-minded when working with other people, because that's the whole point of making music, is collaborating. You could do it all by yourself. I mean, there's plenty of people who do it all by themselves, but the greatest songs ever made were collaborated with several people. So don't fucking not be open-minded, you know what I'm saying? You got to be open-minded and be open to like, oh, change an idea, or you had an idea but it was fucking ass, and actually be able to take criticism. And even if it's like harsh criticism.
That's very well said.
Yes. Even if they tell you your shit's trash to your face, like you gotta take it like, you know, to the chin and be like, all right, what can I make this better? Like if you're like too prideful, no one's gonna want to work with you, bro.
Yep.
That's just what it is.
And like, don't cry on Facebook. Like, and I'm not making fun of people, but I'm just saying like,
sass.
No,
it's true though. It's true, because they go on Facebook and be like, oh, this.
Like,
this
don't show your weakness. Don't start drama. Like, you start drama on, like, and people, I know they're gonna comment on this shit, but I mean, it is what it is. But you host events and shit. Like no. If you host events and stuff, like, people are gonna be like, hey, I don't want to go. They're gonna start fighting and shit. Like, just stay positive, you know, like we all go through a lot of bullshit, you know, like, this is our escape, you know, like,
bro.
Share it, you know, like give out good vibes.
Everybody's gonna talk shit regardless, bro, but at the end of the day, it all depends what you want. What the fuck do you want?
Bro, people talk shit about like the greatest artists ever lived, so like, who the fuck are you to like not be able to take some criticism?
Shut the fuck up.
Like, especially like local criticism, like, bro, you can't if you can't handle local, you cannot handle national or even statewide or anything.
And honestly, bro, like, for me, I take both the good and the bad, and I just block it all out. You know what I mean? Because even if you're so used to hearing you're so good or blah 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 blah, the moment you hear something bad,
you start fucking the fuck out.
You have to not give a fuck. Period.
It literally like undermines all the good things that get told, and you're like, oh, you're just so focused on the bad thing that somebody told you.
Like, Matt don't fucking like me, but I'm still here.
I like him.
Put that out there.
It's tolerant. I
fucking hate Sean Mecca. He's still there.
Nah, we love you, Sean Mecca.
Sean.
Fuck you, Sean Mecca.
Nah, fuck Sean Mecca. Cowboy Mecca.
My feature.
Send
that back, dog.
Bro.
Hey, he just like takes us like.
One thing I want to ask, like, as producers, what is your like? How do you start off, like melody or percussion, like beats to drums first?
Like beat making?
Yeah, as far as like actually produce, not the song, but like making the beat.
Melody.
Yeah,
I'm more a melody.
Melody. I gotta hear melody first.
Yeah.
Same.
Like, I could start with drums, but like, it's kind of rare. It's rare.
Yeah.
It has to be a real good. I don't know. Cause when you're doing drums, you have to do the kick, the snare. You have to like really blend the whole thing together before you can even come up with a melody. And off the melody, you could just do it.
I have an addiction for pianos, bro, and I need to fucking stop.
That's your shit.
Shit, bro.
Nothing wrong with it.
Pianos are fucking badass, bro.
It's a beautiful instrument.
I like saxophone for some reason. Like, I don't know.
Saxophone.
What's up, bro?
Ta-da! Remember that song? Fucking Sego.
Yeah, that's a badass jam.
Yeah. Who's y'all's favorite producer?
Phineas, from the one that the brother of Billie Eilish.
Billie
Yeah,
Eilish.
he's very
dope.
creative. I like the way he, like, just
Fuck. That's
steps out of his
They
zone.
started just by fucking. He started producing in his room, like,
Yeah,
doing all that shit.
so, like a good amount of like. Actually, he released one of Billie Eilish's songs in Logic Pro, and like it gives you like the whole
Fucking crazy, bro.
breakdown.
They do
of
all
how
the
she
songs
did. Yeah,
on that
even the
shit.
takes that she did and everything. I was like, damn, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Favorite
So.
producer? I don't know. It's kind of crazy because it's from I have a lot for different reasons. Like Ed Sheeran's a dope producer, just even a dope songwriter. Fucking Russ is a dope producer. Metro and like all the Atlanta producers. Even the ones that I grew up on, fucking Timbaland, Drummer Boy, fucking
Timbaland, bro.
Even Missy Elliott, because she was producing herself. There's just a lot, so it's just my favorite. It's hard to even like really narrow it down.
I guess because you go through different phases.
Yeah.
Especially in the early
Yeah,
on.
and the music evolves.
Yeah,
bro.
so it changes. So it's hard to say like one producer. Jay Dilla's fucking fire.
Yeah.
You can't like not mention him or like
Too many, bro.
It's too many.
Yeah,
It's
there
too
is
many.
Yeah.
And dude, it's crazy, but like people like Jay Dilla and like MF Doom and like I didn't hear about these dudes till I was like maybe like 28,
all late.
29 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that scene was not even like or the way we grew up listening to music. It was just like whatever we heard on the radio.
Yeah, it's because you go
Yeah.
more deep inside.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
And now like with the internet out and
Yeah,
you
bro.
can just you can
Yeah,
research
yeah,
and all
take it
whatever.
as
the fuck.
vinyl.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Like I know people talk about like, oh, there's no good music. It's like, yeah, there is. They're just not playing good music.
Yeah.
But
You're not looking. You're
yeah,
not trying.
you have to
Yeah.
find it.
You're like, cause some people like just like, oh, just it'll come to me. Like, bro, no, it's not like you know find good music.
Hey, y'all ever record and like you hear somebody rapping? I mean, they pay for the time.
Yeah.
Hey, what the
They
heck?
pay for the time.
Let me be clear.
And like they're rapping this shit, and they say something fucked up. You're like, oh, what the fuck you just said?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I've done
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Like I actually had someone rap, and he said like when I was young, my mom burned her ashes on me or something like on a cigarette and locked me up in the closet. I was like, bro,
Hey, bro.
Are
are you
fucking
okay or what?
okay?
I was like,
You need a
damn,
hug?
I
Hey,
fucking
listen,
like,
you need a
Hold
I
on,
was like,
you need a hug,
damn,
bro.
you okay or what?
Hey, like let's talk about this real
Yeah.
quick.
This turned from a recording
This
session
just
to a
went to
therapy
therapy.
session, bro.
And I kind of consider recording like therapy, bro. Like,
No, it is.
think about
Yeah,
it
it
is,
is.
bro. Like, you hear some
It is,
weird
dude.
ass shit, and you're just like, oh fuck, like,
yeah.
all right, like,
Hey.
okay.
Bro, but like on the episode we did with Jirimo, like y'all said that like we're the barbers of like
yeah.
the artists.
Yeah,
True
bro.
that, right?
'Cause
Yeah,
they
I
got a
didn't
lot.
think
They
about it.
got a lot to vent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah,
bro.
that's true, bro.
Sometimes like I want to be there for a lot of them, but it's like I feel like I got a lot on my plate too, you know, and it's like
Yeah.
you gotta
Yeah.
balance it. You know what I mean? Like you gotta, I don't know, like it's. my
No,
take
yeah,
on that.
it's a lot, bro. Like, I like going back to what you said. I took on that like I need to do everything by myself, more of like because of financial shit.
More out
you
of
know?
necessity.
Yeah, it was like I couldn't afford studio time.
Yeah.
Like I was living in San Antonio, couldn't afford studio time, and then like I ended up going to school like for audio, and that shit like changed everything because. Well, at first, like, I realized that I was like, man, I was listening, I was taking notes. I didn't do that in school, you know what I mean?
You
Once
really
I
wanted to learn.
I wanted to learn, so
Yeah.
because I wanted to better my recording, but then fell in love with the actual recording process and like live music and live setups and like chaining things and just like it was just like badass, you know, just like realizing what you had already been doing, but now understanding it on a technical level
Yeah.
is different, bro. So it's just like it was badass. Like I just helped a theater set up not really set up. Their sound was set up, but their just routing was
Terrible. This,
off,
Oh,
bro.
that shit's nice though.
That's
And,
what
and
Do
then
that?
when I played music, when I was playing music in the beginning, it was real low. It was real like. So then I made my adjustments, and then I was like, he was like, the speakers sound like that. I was like, bro, you have like 18-inch like tops, like those are beasts, you
and
know.
they're not even using them to the full
Yeah,
potential.
bro, and they had subs, and I was like, you don't even need the subs, like. And then so I showed him, and he was blown away, bro.
Wow.
And I was like, it's just like the. It's just the little things that we don't know. People be like, "Oh yeah, I just turned this and I just pushed this." Sometimes it's like, "Nah, man, you gotta
Yeah.
just know what's happening in this process because that changes everything." You know?
Yeah.
Just when it comes to this, you have to like learn the technical side, and then you gotta learn the creative side. Well, I mean, the creative side is like in you, but for sure, if you don't understand the creative side,
It's easier.
it's gonna be easier. But if you don't like want to learn it, then you're just gonna make it hard on yourself.
Yeah.
Like it's essential for you to learn the basics and like the techniques for like anything you're doing, recording, making beats, fucking anything. You gotta learn the techniques, and then you could break those rules whenever
Yeah,
you
for
want
sure.
to.
Yeah, because at that point, when you realize that there's no rules, really, you can do anything.
Yeah,
But as
there's
long
rule
as-
of thumbs, like a guideline, but
Yeah.
there's no actual set
Yeah.
rules.
Yeah.
So.
Bro, I have when you say like know the rules so you can know how to break them. Well, a while back I'm still learning photography, right? So I'm learning it, and when you do portrait photos, like you use specific lenses, right?
Yeah.
So I had done a photo shoot of this girl, and it was a fisheye lens. So a fisheye it makes it
Super
look
wide.
wider,
Yeah.
bro. So like I'm still learning this shit, right? So I shared this picture on a portrait group chat. I fucking
Bro, he already knows what's gonna happen.
They ripped
bro,
through
they
the
fucking ripped me
They
an
ripped through the
asshole,
asshole,
bro.
bro.
Like, And then I was just like, I wasn't even tripping. I was taking all the criticism, you know, constructive, even when it was
Yeah,
bad,
that's
you know.
and you see, bro.
Yeah,
you
see.
could fold.
Yeah.
You could
That
fold,
is
or you could
I'm
keep
taking
doing
notes.
it. You know what I
I'm
mean?
taking notes, and then one of the guys said like, just know the rules so you can know how to break them, you know. And
Yeah.
that's when I was like, I'll probably still do it, but like, fuck it, like.
Just to
I'm
piss
still
off
gonna
the
break
people.
that rule.
But I mean, you learn, like, you know, like that's another thing, guys. Like, join groups, like, so you can get feedback, so you can get, you know, like, monetize and stuff like you know,
Those
like.
comments were priceless, bro. Priceless.
But I'm getting monetized on Facebook, so
No,
I'm just
yeah, I
like,
mean,
I'm
that's
just
a good
seeing,
thing.
I'm like crying, but I'm seeing money in my.
Yeah,
So like, give me
You're like,
that, give me that engagement.
Why will hundreds?
It's like, oh man, Facebook's gonna pay me
That's
so
it.
much.
He told me.
I'm
He
getting
told me
camera
that.
lens.
He told me that. He's like, man, I did that, and he told me all that story. He's like, I'm gonna do it again.
But it's crazy,
Give it
bro.
a few
but,
weeks.
but honestly, it's crazy. But things like that, like, do like bring attention. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Stir a little controversy. Like,
Somebody even said thank you, like, for posting it.
He made my day.
There was one comment that said, "What in the right mind?" I was like, "Damn, dude."
Bro, it's gotcha, bro. I've never gotten torn like that.
that's nice, dude. That's super nice.
So I'm not gonna go heavy into this because I want to continue it at your location. We're gonna do episode 2 at Luna. Shout out to Luna. Hit up Matt if you have any ideas and events. It's not just music. He's exploring other stuff as well. So hit him up if you ever want to do anything over there. But compression. What's y'all's take on compression? We can start with like sidechain compression. I could say I like to use either the kick, you know, like over the bass. Obviously, I like to use the cymbals on the synths, bro. Like, I like to like mute the cymbal, but at the same time, it's like hitting the progression of that synth, so it goes like like it's. I fucking love doing that. I don't know. Have y'all ever fucked with sidechain compression?
Yeah,
bro.
heavily
Hell yeah.
because of reverb and the delay as
It's
well.
super big.
Yeah, I use it on the vocals, just a sidechain that.
Yeah, same.
And what about like multi-band compression? Do you
Yes.
on the EQing, right? Like,
Yeah.
I kind of transitioned to that from actual EQing,
EQ8.
like, yeah, like instead of cutting it out, just giving something a hard compression or even like lightening it up a little bit without taking its full low end out. You know what I'm saying?
So on the parallel compression, because I mean I've been learning because of, you know, like Matt's been showing me and Javi, like, and the whole parallel compression was new to me. So on that one, it's kind of like duplicating the same track, right, and just not adding effects on the second one.
Right.
But if you don't have a fast computer, then you'll just create a return track, right, and then you can apply that track effect on all the other tracks, and just if you want it warmer, right?
Yeah. So pretty much on like an aux, you would put like
Compression.
whatever compressor you want, and you kind of like max it.
You smash it, yeah.
You smash it, and then after that, you just add it to anything you want, and it just makes it way fuller. Like,
Makes it thicker. So yeah, people do that with vocals or with drums. I
Yeah.
hardly ever parallel compress, but it does add some sound to
It
it.
makes
it's
it real beefy.
it's just, yeah, it's really crazy. Like, if you feel like it's missing and you just give it a little bit, and you're just like, oh, there it is.
But you can even do parallel compressions like on the fucking mix knob thing.
Yeah, that's
'Cause
the way I
that's
usually
essentially
do
what
it
it
too.
is. You could have the smashing and just have the fucking mix, the wet, whatever, lower or however you want to do it.
'Cause,
Instead of having to do a whole return track or whatever, you could just do it straight on there.
On that one track.
Yeah, just because, well, I mean, depending on the actual compressor, because some of them don't have like that wet knob.
Yeah.
But if it does, then you can do it. But don't over compress.
Yeah.
Know like how to compress, when to compress, like, because not everything needs to be
It's
compressed.
subtle.
You
just
gotta
subtle.
like know to like give something
Let you
breath.
breathe.
Everybody's
You know what I'm
looking
saying?
at the camera when they get mad. Like, don't do
Don't
this.
Like, no.
Don't overdo anything. Don't over compress. Don't over EQ. Don't over
reverb.
reverb. Don't. You're just gonna fuck up the whole thing.
Yeah.
You gotta like learn the balance of everything. So it's just trial and error.
It's like we all have our own preset preference, right? Like,
Yeah.
and we all just
We all have our own formula,
No,
basically.
yeah, I think like just a few things like real important. Like it's always better to take away than to add. Like as far as like EQ goes, because I know some people will be like, they boost. It's like no, just take the shit you don't want.
Because
out.
technically you're already boosting. So let's just
Yeah.
say that you want a bit more highs or anything like that. When you cut out the low, the highs are pretty much already going up because you're already taking out a lot of low.
Yeah,
end.
you're spacing out
Yeah.
room, and that's important also. Like in instruments, like you can cut frequencies to make room for other instruments.
Yeah.
Like you know, you want a guitar to be in more, you can take those frequencies from the drums and leave that space open for the guitar. You know, there's just a lot of things you can do, and yeah, man. But really, everybody's different. Like it's crazy when you meet and go to new studios, and it's like the process.
Like even right now, like you guys are saying this and that, I'm like, what the fuck? Like
Now, bro,
it's
like
a learning process, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With me, like seriously, bro, I go by ear.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
my ear,
Yeah.
I can't. I don't have that knowledge. I just go do it by ear, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Bro, but I didn't either. You know what I mean? I had been doing it by ear for so long, and then when I actually sat down to learn the technicals of it, like breaking down a compressor and what you're exactly doing, like it's just stupid when you're like, oh.
well,
Even with music, no, I know what you're gonna say. Even with music, and that's because I did 12 years of choir and I didn't fucking pay attention.
Right? I was there for the girls.
I'm pretty sure you're there for
bro, but
Yeah.
that's what I was gonna say. Like, but you know how to point out stuff like that. I didn't have that experience on choir and how to like when I met Quez and like we started working, like I would bring the artist in and this guy would be like telling him stuff and I'm just like, fuck, bro, like I never like.
that first day when you invited me, you had like what 3 artists, and I just sat down. You know his room, like
Yeah, bro.
It's just
Everybody
sitting down.
like
It's
this.
literally tiny.
And they were playing.
I'm
He was
just
playing.
looking at all his gear. I'm like,
He was playing back he was playing back a hook, and it was 2 sets. The hook went 2 times, like twice, and they didn't sound identical. So I was like, bro, like she was off here, like, you know, might as well just, you know, take that down, just paste it.
Yeah.
It'd be alright.
Oh, you notice all the imperfections and everything.
Yeah, and I know some people are like, they look at me, I'm like, no, bro, like I'm just trying to help, you know. They get all butthurt, like don't get butthurt. I'm just
nah, bro, it's
trying to
you're
make you sound better.
perfectionist.
Yeah.
Going back to what I said, don't be closed-minded.
Yeah.
Collaborate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
Yeah, fuckers.
All right, guys. Most interesting or worst story working in the studio.
Don't get too fucked up in
Bruh,
the
I'm
damn
about to
studio.
say the same
Bro,
I
thing.
swear to God, bro. Like if you
It's
if
a
you
waste
need to
of
be
time, dude.
if you need to be like
Yeah, he steps out.
fucked up to get in the zone, that's fine. Do your thing. Pero aguanta tu carrera, güey. Like aguanta tu viaje, la verga. Like no te que van a seguir tirándote, güey. Pues, bro.
I'm gonna tell you one, bro.
Oh shit.
This one guy one guy pulled up, right? He's for 1 hour he's with a homie. Like he was gonna do a verse, his homie was gonna do a verse, then they were gonna go back and forth. But this guy couldn't get his verse down, like, to save his life, right? So it was like he just couldn't catch it, whatever. And his phone's dying, right? So we had already been an hour recording his verse, right? And then his phone dies. I didn't have an iPhone at the time because I was like anti-iPhone. So I had an Android, but he needed an iPhone. I was like, bro. So then he's like, okay, hold up. I'll be right back. So, bro, 30 minutes pass. I hit him up, and he's like, I'm on my way back. Another 30 minutes pass, and he doesn't hit me back.
Bro, that happened to me one time.
Okay, bro. So
It's the
2
same
hours.
person.
So 2 hours.
Same person.
Let's find out, bro, right now. So 2 hours pass, and then he doesn't hit me back, bro. He hits me up the next day, and he's like, hey, can I get in the studio today?
Oh, fuck.
I was like, bro, you're going to have to pay me
I'm
for
ready.
the 2 hours that I was waiting here. You know what I mean? And he's like, nah, you just lost a customer. I was like, oh, God.
Nah, man, I just lost a headache.
That was one that I was just like, what just happened?
Yeah, one time I'm like, hey, give me 5 minutes. I'm like, all right, bro. And I'm there like a fucking idiot, waiting, and I'm messaging him, nothing. Football game's on, so I'm just killing time. Nothing. And I'm like, all right. Next day, hey, I'm ready. The fuck you mean, dude? You I already been 5 fucking minutes? Like, what the fuck?
5 minutes.
And I was like, hey, bro, I'm busy.
He came to the studio.
Yes, he came.
He walked out and be like 5 minutes.
The name's blank. The name's blank. No names.
Yeah,
But I'm just saying, like,
Wow.
I'm not gonna say names after the episode. I'm not gonna tell you guys
I'm not
either.
gonna say nothing, bro. I'm
I'll
just
tell
saying.
y'all
For the sake of this
Fuck it, I don't
video,
care.
we'll
Come prepared. Come prepared. And I'm come prepared. And, hey, bro, la mera neta.
Fuck.
Límpiate, wey. Come. Hey, wait. Come fucking smelling good, bro. Like, none of my artists. None of
All
my-
right.
None of my. No,
He's
no,
like,
no,
damn,
chinga.
glow.
It wasn't me.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Up, dude.
Nah,
Fuck.
no, I had a customer come to my studio, bro. Oh my god, bro.
That's hard.
Hey, I don't get. He hasn't come around, and I already gave it away to he. So he hasn't came around, but the motherfucker stunk the fuck out of my booth,
So you're
bro.
good.
Sean Mecca.
Yeah.
It would be
Límpiate, wey. Pinche Sean Mecca, límpiate.
Yeah.
I had 2 bad incidents, and both of them, including them being all fucked up. One, it was fucking like a Pocos Pero Locos type rapper, just like all Tex-Mex shit. And then he came in with the homeboy and like 2 girls. And plus the homeboy's all drunk, fucked up, excited, being in the studio, whatever. And then while the guy's recording, the homeboy's just talking, and they're all just being loud. And like I'm trying to like be respectful, but like, bro, y'all are at my space, and y'all are fucking drunk, and y'all like have fucking shit, and and they spill shit, and I have a rug. I'm like, bro, nah. And then got it over with, never fuck with them again. And there was another time where I this time I had the studio in my room, and the guy came in with like 2 of his friends because they're already out fucking. It was late.
Yeah.
And they were already out fucking all drunk. They came fucking to my house drunk. They had shit on them, whatever. And then since I have it in my bed, in my room, I have my bed there, and they were sitting on my bed, his 2 friends. And the way I have my shit set up is so congested, right? So there's like the extension cord.
Yeah.
Stupid bitch fucking off. Pressed it while we were recording, so we had to restart the whole fucking thing. And I'm like, nah, like y'all 2 gotta go. So we kicked them out. They were waiting in the car for the whole hour, and I was just annoyed with this dude for the whole time. Like, bro, just get your parts in, like, let's just go, cause you're already.
Yeah,
and
you
then,
do the vibe.
And I was doing it for like 20 at that time. I'm like, this is not worth $20 dealing with your fucking stupid ass, bro.
Yeah.
So I was like, bro, nah. If you ever come to my crib, like, don't come fucked up. And if you do, like, not even come fucked up at all, but like, I don't mind people like drinking if you know, like,
Just know how to control it.
yes,
Yeah.
but those
Very
people
low
did not
shit.
know they're fucking
Yeah.
sloppy, bro. It's like never fucking.
Honestly, bro, I pulled away from hourly, bro, because of that.
Yeah.
You know, I felt like people wanted to be like, oh yeah, 1 hour, oh yeah, 2 hours, and try to squeeze a bunch of shit in 2 hours and expect me to mix it and like. You know?
Nah, I tell people like some people like want to do like the 2-hour thing. I'm like, yeah, I record it, but I'm not gonna fucking spend time mixing it.
Yeah.
Cause I already have like a shit on the template, so it already sounds good. But I'm not gonna fucking detail like, nah, bro. You just record what you got. You want to come back and get it mixed, and we could talk about
Yeah.
that. But you know, what I'm saying I've had some like, let's do 4 songs real quick. I'm like, bro, you can't even get 1 song in 25 minutes. Bro, like you want to record like the whole song, like in
Do an
like,
album.
bro, you're chilling 1 hour, like, nah, bro. You gotta record like each song like in 10 minutes to get that done. Like, nah, you're tripping.
Damn.
No.
That's.
Yeah.
But what about like good experiences? Because we're just talking
I've
about
had
that.
some. Yeah, you're right. I've had
No,
some.
no,
really-
no.
There's no good.
Nah, man, there's-
No good ones.
Like
No, go.
everybody that I brought into my group of people that I fuck with, I met through they were clients.
Yeah.
You know? And at the time I was like, I was not financially set to be able to give back in any way, so I felt like my way of giving back was like I knew how to record, you know what I mean? So I just pretty much like told them like, look, I'll record you for free, you can be a part of my group, and then we just see what happens. We put it out, you know what I mean? Like, and then like that's how I met Amari, that's how I met DC, that's how I met 90. And Rio, well, I already knew him. Hizzo already knew them. But like a lot of people like cause also like I had never put a group together. I'd always been solo.
Yeah.
You know, I was in a group in the beginning. I didn't really like it, so I just went solo. And you kind of learn a little bit about who's really in it, you know, over the time of doing it.
Yeah.
Cause you know, people are here and they're in it, and then next month it's like
They're
dead.
gone.
You know.
Yeah.
What?
So
When I met Quez, I was working with like 15 people, and he's like, just watch, bro.
yeah, it's
This
gonna.
is what I told him, bro.
Yeah, dude.
The
It's
first
hard.
day, he had a lot of people. I go, hey, bro, you need to empty out your plate. That's too fucking much. And he's like,
For
what do you
one
mean?
person, yeah.
I go, I'm gonna tell you this right now. As the months, like as you go through the months, all these people you see here, they ain't gonna be here. And sure enough, like,
yeah, bro. Like
they
I
just
was doing a music
You're
video
good,
every.
you're good people for that because you need people like
No,
that. Because
He's a blunt motherfucker. He pisses off a lot of people.
I already know.
He pisses off a lot of people.
No, yeah.
And
like-
that's
But,
that's
you
why
need
he says I
somebody.
don't like him. But I mean, yeah, I respect
fuck
it.
around.
Again, that falls back to the old school.
cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
hey, bro.
okay.
I'm just saying, bro. Like it's just facts. It's just
Yeah.
no,
facts.
I learned like quality over quantity. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah.
And I'm not dissing anyone, but to me, like part of quality is being consistent and communicating. You know, sometimes it's gonna be chill. Like I feel like some artists expect like that cloud, and sometimes like we all release something and everybody's like fire, and then there's gonna be those days where it's chill, slow, like back to the studio, back to brainstorming, and these artists like, oh, nothing's happening. Let me fucking do some other bullshit. To me, it's like now I've appreciated the people that are around that are consistent no matter what. Like at the end of the day, like I mean, some do it to get the money, some do it for the fame. Like I do it like for one day, like to turn into a career, you know. But I do it because I love to do it, and I like to stay consistent. And everybody that we fuck with, whether it's music, events, photography, whatever, like you know, I appreciate everybody, you know, on that.
There's gotta be about it. That's what it is.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
don't just talk about it.
Loyalty,
you
bro,
out there
like-
fucking put in your work, bro.
Yeah, I'll say one of my stories. This guy came. He was fucked up, and I was recording him, and he came with his brother, and he took off. Like he just fucking left, and then his brother was in the living room. Like, hey, where's your brother? He's like, I don't know. I had to fucking drop off his brother, and
Oh, he just left him
yeah,
there.
his brother. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, bro.
Hey,
bro.
I've also recorded like line for line.
Oh my god.
I've done that.
Yeah,
In the
I'm
very
done.
beginning.
I've done that.
I'm
too.
done.
But I had
I'm
never.
done.
I was so used to everybody kind of having at least like not line for line. I never done that.
I've done it a couple times. I feel like it depends on the artist because sometimes also depends on how they're flowing it. If their best bet is to do it line by line, then fuck it. And if they have like a good muscle memory in their voice to actually get the same tone and make it sound like one
Yeah.
thing, badass. Because I have people where I've done that, but there's some people who don't. Like
That's crazy,
it is
right?
different.
It was super. It was
It takes
such
a lot of
process.
Patience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do,
Yeah.
and
A
it
lot
becomes
of
at that
fucking
point you become a
patience.
teacher almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There you
Like,
go.
It like you can either be an asshole or you can just be like, look, man, I'm gonna
I
show
choose
you
both.
and
I do both.
like, but
Sometimes, yeah.
like yeah, it's a blend. Cause you can be like, cause I'm not like, oh, you're trash. It's like
Right.
you need
Straight
some
up,
you need some work, bro.
Yeah, you
you
need
know
to
what I mean?
practice more,
Like you
that's all.
need some work, like,
Yeah.
and then like so.
Quez is laughing like, nah, I would say
Bro.
The
Fucking
line for
shit.
line, like I helped him write, you know,
Yeah.
I helped him end it
Yeah.
the way,
Yeah.
you know, it could hit. and
Sometimes
so-
you have to like, cause sometimes the way they write it might not sound good, or like
Yeah,
it might be
it's-
like off as far
You're
as
not
like
writing the
structure.
beat, and it's like, dude,
Yeah,
no.
like,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
missing a bar, you're changing the
Yeah.
flow, like
Yeah,
mid.
you're
It's like
changing the
nah,
flow.
bro. you
And
gotta
like
go.
that, dude, that's why I pulled from that, bro, because I was like, I want to work with people who are just about it already. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Who just want to get a good sound out, and so like I pulled from the hourly stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was like, nah, because I don't want to deal with that anymore, bro. Straight
Shit.
up.
So this was an argument a while back. What's y'all's take on autotune?
Love it.
I like it.
It's cool.
Yeah,
Love it.
yeah.
I mean, it's not. Yeah.
It's a
not
tool,
as-
bro.
It's
Like
a-
I don't know why people get mad over a tool. It just depends on how you use it. If you want to
Yeah.
use it at its full max capacity.
I mean, even if you still have autotune, you still gotta know how to sing.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you still gotta be able to
Yeah.
hit those notes because autotune, all it does is just that. It just autotunes it to the
Wave
closest note.
tune, Melodyne.
Yeah,
all
all that
shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
And like, but like, if you could sing and encourage yourself to actually hit those notes and everything, badass. Pero,
It's cool, bro. Everything is like.
It's a fun tool to
I
use.
see it
It's cool.
as a preference. It's like an effect, kind of like your guitar. Either you want to sound acoustic or you want some distortion, some wah-wah.
Yeah.
So it's a choice, I guess, on your
both
go on
ends.
the song,
Mhm.
like what you're trying to deliver.
Yeah.
Cause it doesn't even have to be like so heavy. It could just be so subtle that it
Nah,
just.
if you really know how to
gives
use
it-
it, you could. Like, cause the way I like to use it, I hardly ever use it like where it's like T-Pain. I always try to like make it sound natural, because that's just like my preference. Like
Yeah.
I don't mind the hardcore auto tuning, but if you fucking sound nasally or if you don't even sound good like on the shit, then don't fucking use it, or like
Yeah.
learn it better.
Yeah, or experience.
Cause cause me, cause the way I even learned how to like hold it, like I'm not a good singer. Like I could hold a note and be able to transition here and there, but auto tune is what like really helped me. I can't really fucking belt out. Like I have a limited range, and I know because of my tone. Like I can't hit super high falsetto shit. I can't do that shit, and I know people who can, so I commend them for that. But for me personally, I use auto tune so I could be able to like help myself learn how to sing, like because it actually shows you the graph how much you're off. That taught me like okay, and I always have like one headphone off so I could hear when I really sound. So that really helped me. So I love auto tune for that. But using it on other people's stuff, like it's fun. It just depends on the song and what you're trying to do.
Final question, guys, and then after that, y'all can plug in y'all's pages. Choice of DAW.
I'm Luna. UAD has its own pretty much DAW, and that's the one I've been using. I have hybrid between Pro Tools and Logic, but I mean I usually just stick with my own. I'm a faithful guy, so I don't cheat.
For me, producing is FL. I'm only gonna produce on FL. I'm just that's comfortable with it. But recording, it's either Pro Tools or Logic. And I also want to learn Ableton because there's a lot of features on there that is fucking crazy. That's like,
It's a lot of control. They call it live because it's like you map the fuck out of like.
There's a lot of features that I want to fucking take advantage of as far as like production wise, but it's usually those three that I really mess with.
Logic has some badass built-in presets. Like tools. You know. They have a lot of good shit.
I would say GarageBand, but I hear Logic is like GarageBand on steroids.
Yeah, well, it's literally what it is. It's just an advanced version of GarageBand. Literally what it is.
Yeah. Nah, I fuck with Pro Tools for recording, like since the beginning. But I started with GarageBand, and then I did and I started with Reason, and I went to Machine for production. The Native Instruments, bro. It just made it easy, like. That process, like of production, was real easy with that machine.
Doesn't even matter like what DAW you use, because I have a homie that makes fire ass songs on Mixcraft, bro, and I fucking under it. Like I see Mixcraft, I was like, bro, like what the fuck is this? Like it's like Audacity or like something like this to record, but like no, just he knows how to work that shit, and I'm like, bro, you make it sound like it's professional.
Bro, straight up, bro. My teacher one time he played 2 orchestral like music. So he played one song and he played it, and then he played the second one, right, and they were both fucking good. And then he said the first one was like professional studio like quality. The second one, one guy in our class, he's like, he made it on GarageBand.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
We were like, fuck. Like, it was like, bro, this quiet ass dude sitting in the back. You know what I mean? So, dude, just messing with his computer. So it was just like, he explained to us, like, it doesn't matter what you have. Like, it's just how you use
There's
it.
an artist who literally records all his songs off on GarageBand through his phone. Like, guitar, vocals, like, everything.
It all depends on the person behind. I'm going to tell you something, bro. Like, I went to Austin with Mecca, bro. And he went to go record with this guy. He had so much fucking credentials, bro. Nothing taken away from him, bro. Like he did. No, this guy had credentials. Like he did the Black Panther soundtrack. He recorded Lady Gaga. All these people, bro. Okay. And he recorded. Well, he actually recorded one of his songs recently. One of his recent songs. So we got in the car.
That's not me.
Oh, it's David.
Anyways. But yeah, we got in the car and we're listening to it, and he was like, well, tell me which one sounds better. So I picked the one that I thought sounded good. Like it was his shit, bro. Man. So I was like, oh, so you're fucking telling me you wasted this fucking much money? We came all the way to fucking Austin for bullshit? And he's like, you know, Mecca. He started fucking laughing. I'm like, oh, bro, like, but I mean, my point is, like, it all depends on the person behind the fucking computer.
Yeah, bro.
Because you could make $1 million sounding song in your bedroom.
Yeah, bro.
It's Billie Eilish. They fucking do it all the time. Yeah. All their fucking songs are done in that same bedroom at home in their parents' house. They hardly go to no fucking $1 million studio, because when you go to $1 million studio, it's not the same comfortable. When you're in an actual big studio like that, you feel like, or you have to get something done, especially if you're paying per hour and there's a random people you don't know. Like when you're it's cool to have it at home too, but there's disadvantages. Like just fucking, oh, I could do this later. It's home. Like I could just do it, whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're comfortable there, so it's a good thing. Like, yeah, it's your comfort spot, but it's your bed. You know.
There's pros and cons to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely like the will to want to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you could talk about it, but if you don't, like you said earlier, you could talk about it, but if you don't really fucking do it,
There's a lot of people that
shit.
have like false determination. They're like, oh, I want to do this and aspirations, but like, what
They
are
don't
they
do
doing?
nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
They just talk.
They just.
It's like, this is what I want to do, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the difference
Like,
between who you hang out with.
Yeah. Straight up.
He took the word right out of my
And
fucking
and,
mouth.
and really, like the next step to that is just take the first step.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? Like it's the first thing you gotta
But
try
like
to
you-
learn. First thing you gotta
Like
do.
what he just said, bro. Like I can already imagine people gonna put some bullshit in the comments, but I mean,
Fuck
it's
it.
what it is. But the thing is, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
fucking get up and do something, bro. Like be productive with whatever you make.
Should be
bro.
more inspired than anything.
Yeah.
Even if it's just something very simple, like I don't know, like even just going to the studio and spending yourself right there, just at least maybe like an hour doing something, is still consider you like
Learn something, yeah.
But like he said, bro, like you can even do it on your phone now. Like
Yeah,
there's
you
no
could.
Yeah,
limit,
there's
bro.
I've
just
made a beat
Really-
on my phone. I mean, not
there's
seriously,
really
but like
no
you could do it on
Basically,
your phone.
basically.
But that's the thing, though.
On the
Like
go.
since it's more easier to access,
It's
Yeah.
like,
accessible.
it's more lazier in a way for people to actually try to reach out to
It's like,
because
I'll do it later.
Yeah.
because it's not like. I mean, like it's right there. It gets my phone. I could just be like,
Yeah,
oh,
bro.
record something right
Like
on GarageBand.
Because
I
like
can
there's
do it.
people like I don't have a studio, bro. You have an iPhone. What the fuck? You have GarageBand, bro. Like
Like,
get
it's
it.
all
And
on
if you have
It's
Android,
free
it's
on
the
your shit, too.
Bandlabs.
Yeah.
So-
It comes free on your shit,
Yeah,
so
bro,
there's
like-
no excuse.
Yeah, for
Come
sure.
on. And that's what I was gonna say. There's no
There's no-
fucking
yeah, there's
excuse,
no
bro.
excuse
Like
anymore.
it's there.
I mean, this is all like an issue, like mentally too. Like people will be like, I want to do it, then I don't want to do it.
That's the false determination.
Yeah.
Like they want to do it, but they don't want to do it. Like it's maybe an aspiration they want to do, but that's not really a goal that they're trying to achieve. Like
Yeah.
if it's really a passion, you're gonna fucking do it no matter what. It's instilled in your brain to like, I gotta get this happen, no matter what. But most people are just like, it'll happen whenever.
But
it happens.
even with the wrong intention, like you go in with the intention of like wanting to be like super
that.
rich or like balling, and then like it doesn't happen, and you give up because it's like it's not happening for you, But
When it comes to being an artist, you're gonna spend way more money than you're ever gonna make any money. Even as a producer, you're gonna spend like a lot of money on gear and everything, and you'll actually be able to make
you
your
can
money
make it
back.
Yeah.
You gotta just know how to like finesse the market and actually get sales up as a producer. But as an artist, you're gonna fucking be in the red for a
For
very long
sure.
time
You're
until
gonna
you
drown
actually
in debt.
fucking even if you get signed, bro, you might just be in the red still. Because
Like-
Yeah, bro.
Nah, it's better. It's like it turned, like when they pulled from CDs, it turned like bad for artists. Like
yeah, made it harder for everybody to make
Yeah.
money.
Yeah, because now
'Cause-
companies like are really like pretty much already are putting that line like,
Bro.
oh, we're gonna pay you this much.
Bro, even for us, bro, like when we were dropping mixtapes, like I would sell, if I sold 10 mixtapes, I made $100.
You're fucking good.
You know what I mean? I was good, dude. I could buy a whole new set of CDs, like, so. But like when that died, bro, it was like counted on streams.
Damn.
And
Dude,
it was
but do
like,
you really
Mixtape?
feel like
You wanna talk about
do you really feel
mixtape
like it died
shit?
though?
the
Yeah.
mixtape, yeah, the CDs.
How many cars have a fucking
Nah,
CD
it's
player
dead,
now?
bro. That's
Nah.
dead.
Everyone's Bluetooth, fucking aux cord, like those CDs are so obsolete now.
Mixtapes
Like,
were crazy back
You
then.
could
For sure.
possibly
Fuck,
profit
bro.
off of vinyl.
Well,
But it's a
vinyl
big
now, but it's a
investment.
it's a certain market, and
Yeah.
you gotta have like people who are willing to pay that price for
sure,
vinyl, or
bro.
even the price to fucking make vinyl, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a big investment.
Yeah.
That's a
You
big
know what I'm
investment.
saying? You gotta be at a certain stature, I guess, to really sell vinyl,
Right.
and you gotta be enthusiasts who love vinyl. It's not just anybody who's gonna pick up vinyl. It's the same with cassettes or
Yeah.
shit like that.
But artists now need to make their money off like merchandise. Straight up.
Yeah, bro, I was about to say that.
Merch,
Yeah.
brands,
Yeah.
tours,
Yeah.
depending on your deal, because the fucking label you're in the 360.
Yeah,
you're
That's
not
why.
gonna
Yeah,
make
it's
much.
tough.
So it
It's
depends
tough.
on your fucking situation. So if you get a good deal, then that's what you can rely on. But if you have a 360 deal, then good luck.
Yeah.
It's not.
Just if you have a deal like that, you just take advantage, meet all these people,
Yeah,
do
the
your time.
opportunities.
Just
Yeah, it's
do
really
your
like
time.
the
Build
opportunities,
relationships.
yeah,
You're just
networking
like,
and shit.
All right, I got 2 years of this shit.
I ain't gonna get paid, but I might meet some
I
people.
wonder if you could hide songs, right? Like,
Yeah, it depends on what you deliver to them.
but if you do it in their studios at their on their time,
Oh,
are those
then-
considered their songs, right?
You're
They
talking
are-
about being signed.
yeah,
and all-
being signed.
Yeah.
Well,
and-
basically, what they're gonna tell you, you're gonna have to do this much for us in this amount of time.
Yeah, so
But
it's
also
like
what
5
they
albums
approve,
this
because
time.
you could do fucking 3 out. You could get signed for 3 albums, make 10, and they don't even approve any
Yeah.
of them. They're like, nah, these aren't good enough. Like, you're shit trash. You gotta make something. Or like,
If
you-
they
even
get
if you
fired, it's
even
trash
if
to
you
them.
have an album, they're gonna be like, oh, it needs a fire song. Add a song.
Yeah.
We're not gonna put it on until you make that song. And this fucking I think. Even T-Pain came out and say, I think Buy You a Drink or Bartender, one of those songs, they're like, it wasn't filling it. I think it was Bartender. They're like, oh, you need a fucking club song. And they're like, whatever. And that became one of his fucking biggest songs.
It's a
Yeah,
trip,
it's
though.
crazy.
It's just
Yeah.
crazy how
that's
this shit
true,
works.
because I
Yeah.
actually did see something like that. Like he
So
said.
it just depends on the situation.
It's because the market's really numbers, bro. They're looking at
Yeah, bro.
numbers. They're
Yeah.
looking at what's trending. They're not looking at what's good or.
And what's
moving
interesting
or-
and crazy is that like you could have a song that's like 5 years old, 6 years old.
and it'll pop up later.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
now, yeah,
Crazy.
for sure. I feel
Crazy.
like-
Even even in the original, a remix could happen, and that could be fucking the popular version
Yeah,
because
true.
the song Cheerleader that came out like fucking 10
Oh,
years
yeah,
ago, like
yeah.
that song that you hear on the radio was the remix version. I heard the original version. I'm like, yeah, this wasn't fucking. And also, what's that fucking one? It's like the Roses. It's like Roses. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's by Saint John or something, but it's called Roses. And that song itself has 3 remixes. There's the original, which is like a slow version, and then there's like a faster version where it has Future, the whole different vibe, and then there's a fucking EDM version. And the EDM version is what got popping on TikTok and everything.
bro.
People thought it was a female because it was a pitched up vocal, but once they learned it was
Yeah.
a dude and it was remixed, I'm like, what the fuck?
That's a trip, bro. Like knowing that just with a fucking turn of
Just
a knob.
pitch.
Oh, I just made $1 million right there.
Yeah, it's,
Like,
it's
fuck,
crazy.
bro.
Like people might put out a song today and it might not get popping in 10 years, but even like I said, that version might not get popping. Somebody make a rendition or sample it or make something else.
Kind
that
of
might
like
get popping.
Netflix, Stranger Things with that.
Oh,
song.
that song, yeah,
yeah,
they brought it
bro.
back up.
That chick's
Hell
rich
yeah.
now, right? Like,
Yeah.
Hey,
she's
bro,
like-
and you know what, bro? I probably heard that song again like 4 times after, like listening to it just myself.
Yeah,
in
bro,
my
like-
car. Like,
Yeah,
Like, it was
the intense feeling, like that's what I love about music, that the way it can make you fucking feel like
Yeah.
and crazy, you know. So that song made me feel like it gave me like a rush almost. you know?
yeah, bro. Metallica, that chick,
Master Puppets.
Journey, like all those songs that came out, like they're like fucking
Yeah.
getting paid, bro. I mean, Metallica for sure too. Like they're fucking getting paid.
Hey, but
for
like
that shit.
I just heard I'm not gonna lie, I just heard this song by Drake. It's with Staying Alive.
Oh,
You
yeah.
heard that?
Oh yeah.
Dude, it was not bad, bro. I was like, okay, like that was cool. Like,
Yeah.
you know, he didn't overdo it. You know, he just kept that and then did his own thing. You know, but I thought that was cool. as fuck.
Fucking, what's his name? Another one. Just,
DJ Khaled.
DJ Khaled.
he's always doing that shit,
Oh, yeah,
like
he's
bringing
always-
all these songs back and like,
It's smart.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's very
shit,
good.
bro.
He's very good at doing that.
That's
too.
good.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
few artists that do that, but I guess it also depends on like on how they do it, because
Yeah.
they could like do it right way and they could do it just like nah, I should left it alone. Like I think even Tyga put out one recently where it was like a rendition to Sunshine with Lil Flip.
Yeah.
It was like, bro, this
So-
fucking song's ass, bro. Even Janae Aiko who did it, like the hook, I'm like, it just sounds so weak. I guess I'm so used to the original version where
Okay.
it's like it's stacked and it sounds badass, but I guess the new version is just like one lead vocal and it sounds empty. I'm like, this doesn't sound.
nah, bro, I got annoyed when fucking DJ Khaled did the Santana one and then he starts doing this stupid fucking dance.
Yeah, that one was a in between.
People
for
are
me.
like, oh, it's
I
Rihanna's
liked
song.
it.
I'm like, no, it's fucking Carlos Santana's song.
Nah.
Nah, but I gave Carlos Santana a boost. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
he made
Yeah.
bread off it because
Hell
yeah, bro.
he's good.
Like
All,
He could-
these samples.
he could just sell
the.
Yeah,
he could
the
just
original
sell
is gonna-
samples
is making
all
something
day.
out
You
of
know
it,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like
The original is always gonna make money off it.
Him and Pitbull, right? They do that a lot.
Oh yeah, Pitbull
Pitbull
was the one
fucking
I was
does that
trying to
shit a
think.
lot. But he pulls that shit
Oh,
off though.
oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did good.
Yeah, a lot of shit he does is bangers. Flow Rider here and there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple songs here and there. One thing
Flow
as an
Rider.
artist, they should learn
Huge.
about like syncing, like getting their songs on TV commercials or anything, because that's where you kind of like really make money off the songs itself. Because streaming ain't it. Nobody's trying to buy your fucking songs. Like you could get paid off that if you're able to land a deal on a commercial or anything like that. So syncing your music is definitely a big thing people or artists should look into, because if you really want to make or monetize your songs, that's probably the best way to
What's
do it.
do you know any like I guess like where would you go to
You
look at something
will
like that? To look for
what
something like that?
to research that I fucking dug up is you gotta find like the right people, cause like yeah you could submit it, but things are getting submitted all the time. It's gonna get dropped
all
out.
day, every
So
day.
what I've learned is that you really gotta find like the name and email of like these music supervisors for a show, and they're out there. It's public information. It's not like something you can't like fucking. It's out there. You just gotta know where to look. So if there's a certain show you like, fucking whatever it is, if it's fucking Stranger Things you want to get on that, find the supervisor, the music supervisors for that, pitch it to them. If they like it, there's a possibility it could happen. If not, well then oh well. So or you just it's all it is. You just gotta find the right people. Even labels, like there's whole lists of like label executives, CEOs with their email number, and you can even I think Sean was doing that for a bit.
That's one thing I want to do on the second episode is how to like do marketing in multiple ways for the artist. Like you say, and try to stay relevant as well. Like try to get monetized. Just like release different types of content with your music. Apply it on film.
License it. That's the thing.
apply it on,
You got to license your music out.
Like publish it. You mean like BMI and stuff like that, or
well, it's more. It's a word. I forgot what it's called, but it's a certain word that we're syncing on those platforms for.
But we can get more into detail on in episode 2. We'll plan it out. And any final say? You guys have any final thoughts? If you don't, just plug in. Like where people can get a hold of you if they want to like collab with you or hire you on anything.
Yeah, you can find me in Junker Music, at Junker Music, and then at Madam Raps on everything across the board.
I mean, you can just find me on Facebook, like at Albert Els. You'll find me right there on Instagram. It's Your Conscience, and we'll get to work there.
Yeah, you can hit me up on Instagram. Skinny was here underscores that space, or you can hit me up at Red Vision, just straight on Instagram.
Quez_Black on Instagram, Quez Black on Facebook, fucking cartoons, Eric Velez. What else? A lot of shit, bro.
My Yahoo.
Bro, when I saw those fucking episodes, I was like,
I'm just saying.
That's just a fire. You
got a lot of shit.
doing the drawings?
Oh yeah.
That's fire, bro.
Yeah,
What are you using?
You know what we're talking about
Kid pics.
Arsenal. Nah, I use Procreate, bro.
Fire. Yeah, I've been looking Animate on Adobe.
That's dope.
I've been like I'm
Bro,
not
I
good at
tried
it,
that. I tried doing that, but holy shit.
yeah,
bro.
it's too much. Yeah.
That's a
I'm
lot
just
of
sticking to
shit.
music and like footage. Like,
Yeah.
that's way
I
too
mean-
much. So I guess I like to like learn the type of shit and like understand it, but like nah, I can't pick that up. It's too much. I'm not even good at drawing in real life, so to draw on digitally, like nah.
Well, I hope y'all guys enjoyed the vibe, and I really appreciate y'all
Yeah, I
coming through,
appreciate
bro.
you.
And
Yeah, thanks for having us, man.
Yes,
I
sir.
admire like all of you guys what y'all doing. Shout out to Rain Rod too, and what you're doing on the videography side, bro. That's
crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
I appreciate you.
that red thing, bro. Like holy shit, bro.
a
I've
whole
been
nother
looking
thing,
into those. Like goddamn,
Oh,
it's like a
yeah.
fucking car, bro. Like
Yeah, it's no fucking joke, bro. The camera we have is like 10 times the worth of my car that I'm driving right now. It's like, bro, if I have it in my car, I'm like, bro, I gotta take care of the camera more than my car. Man. Fuck I could buy another car. I can't buy
So
one.
the car got the camera.
Yeah. It's all strapped down to the bottom. and Shit. man.
shout out to you, bro. Like also sharing knowledge. Like like some people don't like to, like, and it's understandable. Some people marketing this and all that, but
yeah.
shout out to M with Luna, bro. Like fucking, like it's a badass spot. The vibe. I am plugging in. We're gonna do something huge in October. Double Halloween show at Luna.
Hey,
spot.
are they closing the streets or what?
We're looking, trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
All
trying.
right.
So if you guys want to be part of anything, it could be, whatever, man. Like, we'll give more details on that.
Yeah, I'm
but
with it.
episode 2 will be over there. Just get us a date, man, and we can plan that. And
Yes, sir.
we'll be posting this out, guys. So, music, peace, and love, homies.
Yes, sir.